Ever wonder how talk radio became what it is today? Before podcasts and streaming, there was a man who pioneered the art of live conversation, connecting with listeners in a way few others could. And that man was
Brian Hayes, and his voice has been silenced at the age of 87.
born in Western Australia in 1937. Hayes started his radio journey young, leaving school at 15 to work regional stations. He quickly moved from newsreader to producer and presenter, honing his skills in the outback before setting his sights on London. Arriving in the early 70s, Hayes joined Capital Radio as a producer. It wasn't long before he was recruited to host their morning phone-in show, a format still in its infancy. This is where Hayes truly found his voice. Hayes' no-nonsense style resonated with listeners. He didn't shy away from tough questions, and he treated everyone as a real person, a rarity in broadcasting. The show debuted in 1976 and quickly became a national phenomenon. His program attracted everyone from Hollywood stars like Jack Nicholson and Dustin Hoffman's to prominent politicians, or in fact, Margaret Thatcher, famously media wary, made her very first talkback appearance on Hayes's show. After leaving Capital Radio, Hayes continued to innovate at BBC Radio 2, hosting Good Morning UK and later Hayes Over Britain. The latter even earned him the Sony Radio Award for Best Phone-In Show. Hayes also ventured into acting, playing radio presenters in popular dramas like Prime Suspect and Between the Lines. He was a natural, bringing his quick wit and authentic style to the screen. And he spent years at BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Radio 4, and even returned to LBC later in his career. He always believed that talkback only worked when listeners felt like the conversation truly mattered. Social media has been flooded with tributes since the news broke. Fans remember him as an informed, abrupt, and always entertaining voice on the airwaves. One listener wrote, "An unbelievable talent, always compulsive listening." Hayes retired from the airwaves in recent years, but his legacy lives on. He wasn't just a radio presenter. He was a pioneer who shaped the landscape of talk radio as we know it. Similar. They say radio is a dying medium, but I bet Brian Hayes could still get a great conversation going. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,